All right, so we're here doing more of the quadratic formula, the quadratic functions, and we're doing the vertex form. So this one's a little different because it is different in the fact that it doesn't have it with two sets of binomials. That doesn't mean that we don't need to make it the same kind of situation. Really what it just means is that this 3x right here that we have, we're just going to set that equal to 0. And that's okay. We'll just pretend like it has a set of parentheses around it. And we're going to do the same thing over here. So that one's normal looking. So if you've seen any other videos that I did earlier, then you should be able to tell how we are setting this up with the zero product property. So this one really easy. I'm not showing you the one step to do. Obviously, x is going to have to be 0 here. Over here, x is going to have to be 4 in order for our coordinates to work. So those are your two x-intercepts. So we're going to put those points on there. Obviously 0, 0 will be the first one. And then the other one is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to look at the behavior of this graph. Obviously, if we're looking at it, we see that there is a positive value, which means it is going to be U-shaped. So now we're going to start to look at our axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is the halfway point between our two x-intercepts, or our two roots. So we can just take the formula, which is opposite of b divided by 2 times a. You can do that. I'm just going to show you the simplest do. Basically find the halfway point, 1, 1. There you go. They're both going to land on that spot, which is at 2. So that is going to be my axis of symmetry. I'm going to draw a little dotted line right there so you can see it. So you just find that halfway point between the two. And that was called the axis of symmetry. So I call it AOS. You call it the whole thing if you want. You want to write the whole thing out. It's a little bit easier this way. X is equal to 2 for the axis of symmetry. Now, vertex is the next thing we have to find on this problem. So we're going to find that. We already know what the x coordinate is because the vertex x coordinate is always the axis of symmetry coordinate, which is 2. So we already know that 2 is the vertex for x. Now we want to find y by plugging in x with 2 in both spots to solve it. So y is going to be equal to 3 times 2, and then in parentheses, 2 minus 4. 3 times 2, and then we're going to do this. So 3 times 2 is here, and then we also have this. So we're going to start off with the negative 2 here. So we've got this, 3 times 2. And then we're just going to go 6 here, negative 12. So that is my answer for my vertex point is negative 12. So the vertex is going to be, oh, I already wrote that, negative 12. So we're going to just put that right there. And so there's that portion. So we've got that checked off. We're going to graph that now. And we're going to do this particular graph. Doesn't have enough spots on the y, so I'm just going to count these by 2s. So it's going to be negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10, negative 12. So 2, negative 12 will be right here. So we know that the graph was going to be U-shaped, and we're going to do one more thing, which is find the y-intercept. Y-intercept is using this. I'm going to solve when x is 0. So to find the y-intercept, x has to be 0 to do that. So we're going to have 0 minus 4. We'll do that first. Negative 4. Obviously, 3 times 0 is going to be 0, which means that my y-intercept is also going to be 0 in this case. So y-intercept is 0, 0, which obviously is already graphed because it's my x-intercept as well. So you're only going to see 3 points on this, and you're just going to connect all of these together and make your u, and that is how you get your quadratic done. If you want more questions like these, you can find them all in my quadratic functions section on my Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at YouWantAlgebra. And let me know if you've got other questions, things that you need help with, and I will gladly assist you in any way possible. Thanks for watching.